I've been fighting someone else's fight. A couple of years ago, I was caught in a crossfire at one of our Toastmasters meetings. I didn't realize it at the time, but the events were more monumental and inspiring than I even realized at the time. Several years ago, Erica Polanski came to the front of the room to give her a general evaluation. One piece of that general evaluation that stuck with me is as follows. It's a lectern, people. Erica has pointed it out, Ross has pointed it out, Christy's pointed it out, and now I find myself pointing it out. We're going to go over some of the differences between a lectern and a podium and a few other tools used in speaking. A lectern is a tall stand with a sloping top to hold a book or notes and from which someone, typically a preacher or lecturer, can read while standing up to better facilitate eye contact. Look up. A podium is a small platform on which a person may stand to be seen by an audience, as when making a speech or conducting an orchestra. Also in athletics, a podium can also be a verb, as in receiving a place, usually first, second, or third, that gets you to the podium. A rostrum, sounding familiar, is a small platform on which a person may stand to be seen by an audience, as when making a speech or conducting an orchestra. However, a rostrum is just for one speaker. So a podium is a platform to stand on to be better seen for your audience. A rostrum is the same thing, but designed for one person. A dais is a low platform or lectern, a low platform for a lectern, seats of honor, or a throne. And a pulpit is a raised platform or a lectern in a church or chapel from which a preacher delivers a sermon. Hardly of any use to anyone in our club, except perhaps Brother Calvert, who's giving my evaluation. So as you may notice, we have no platform up here. Although if this bowling alley of a room were any longer, we would almost consider having a podium to elevate the speaker to have them be seen from further distances. So while it's not necessary right now, it might be a fun experience to have to step up to give a speech. We're also in close enough, in proximity that elevation of the speaker is not necessary. In big enough arena with stadium seating, the spectators are elevated to have a better view of the speaker. So as you might be noticing, the podium versus lectern isn't necessarily a one or other situation. You might have just a lectern. Speaker gives a speech just standing on a platform. You have just a podium. You could put a lectern on a podium to give a speech. Toastmaster magazine arrived this week. Did anyone catch the cover? Club etiquette, lessons beyond the lectern. I almost wanted to send this follow-up mailing on behalf of Toastmasters. They have an actual lectern on the table. Once you catch the difference, it's going to stick with you, much like when Andon enlightened us on what the word literally actually meant. Literally should be used along the same lines as exactly. So if you spent literally all day standing in line, that should be taken as you did nothing that day except stand in line. So that's not how most people use it now, and thanks to Andon, I'm finding all the people that can't use it right, literally. But really, lecterns and podiums, as Toastmasters, these are the tools of our craft. If there's anyone that needs to know the difference and can champion the difference for the need of either of them in any situation, the Toastmasters can do it. So let's fight the good fight.